Hi everyone, welcome back to Lovely Lavender Wishes. It's Renee. I hope you're having a very blessed day today, and we are continuing working on our winter journal. I'm going to answer a few questions first and show you where I've gotten so far. So I posted a video on sewing these signatures in, y'all, and here is what it looks like afterwards. They're actually pretty straight. Once I got them all tightened and all, they're actually pretty straight, but this will be covered anyway, so you won't even know. But this is what I ended up doing in the middle of the signatures, just tying them into a bow. I'm going to do something in here. I'm not sure what yet, but something. Okay, so some people have asked me, and I've had a question. Karen, this one's for you. That they sometimes receive journals that have come apart from, the signatures, because they know it's hard getting these signatures in. I mean, it is for me at least. I know some people it's no problem, but for me it's hard to get them in. And the older you get, the harder it is, to do the sewing. So there's an easier way. If you get journals, or just like any book, when you're using a book, let me move all this. When you're using a book, over time, sometimes pages come out, and it's the same with these journals. I mean, we try to make them so they last as long as possible, but if you're doing a lot of wear and tear, the pages might come out, or the bindings might get loose, or what have you. And Karen mentioned that she got a journal at one point, and the signatures were coming out, and she didn't know how she could repair it. One thing I would suggest, I'm trying to find my center, where is it? One thing I could suggest is, instead of sewing them in, you could get like a ribbon, or stretchy elastic, or a headband, or even string, yarn, whatever you have. And instead of sewing them in, if your signature pieces have come out, all your paper has come out, gather your signature together. So here's like the first part of my signature, as you can see here. And you can take the ribbon and just tie it in like this. This probably isn't that long. I just grabbed this, but it just matches. Just reaches. So you can tie your signatures in like this. So you tie them around the outside of your book, so you don't even have to sew them in. So if for some reason all your signatures have come out, or the string has ripped, or busted open from use, or whatever, and you want to keep the book intact, you can just do something like this and tie your signatures in like this. That way they're still in the book. Also, if you use like an elastic band, you can pull the pages out and work with them, and then put them back in. You can add pages, you can remove pages. I don't know. I mean, this is just one way you can fix your journals if you don't want to have to sew them back in, or figure out how to sew them in, or how the person sewed them in. You can just do something like that. You could even use a headband. You could use a rubber band. I've seen people use pretty much anything just to band them in. And I've done that on a lot of my journals as well. And sometimes I don't sew them in. I just do the band, so then I can take the pages in and out. And I like that as well. So that's just an idea. I hope that helps. I hope that answers some of your questions on that. I don't know what the book looks like, but whether it's hardcover or soft, like a soft one like this, you should be able to do it. Just take your signature, find the middle, put it together, and then just do the tie around the whole book and tie it in like that. So that's a quick fix. That way you don't have to worry about all your pages coming out if they, if the string or whatever has broken, or your pages are starting to get loose, or what have you. So anywho, so let me show you what I have done so far. Let me think. Okay, so here is a large pocket that I made. And inside it, let's see. Oh, I made one of these Frankenstein pockets with the vellum. So this is just a big index card. And so here's the pocket that I made with some embossed silver paper, some of the paper that I had alcohol inked and embossed, so you can see through it. It's vellum. I love the sound of it. And then inside, just a little journal card to write on in here with some lace right here. So it's a pocket within a pocket, essentially. And then you can write on the back as well. So you got writing space here, here, and then this goes right in here in this pocket. This big pocket here. Let's get that in. Okay, so let's see. I put silver metallic flip here. I still have a lot to do, y'all. So y'all saw me make these, and here's a vellum torn corner tuck. I did a belly band here with some lace. So we got to put something in there. I added lace to all these sides. Here's that envelope, that faux envelope that I showed y'all before. Let's see, I did some journaling spots in here. I got to add some more. The middle signature, journaling spots, which I need to add. Trying to see if some more lace right there. Okay, here is that envelope. I sewed that part. So here's an envelope that we can put things in right here. And that tucks in here like so. I gotta put something in this little pocket here. Let's see, this flips down. So much yet to do, y'all. So much. Okay, so here was that window pocket flip that we made. Okay, and then there's our second signature. I might put something in the middle here, like a little surprise or something. I gotta figure that out. Okay, so for this one, let's see. I made this. I was letting it dry. So this I'm gonna put in this pocket. It's another little mini booklet, but it's got the vellum window here. Oops, let me get it. So I don't know if y'all can see that through the window, the light of the window. There, that's better. The light of the window, can you see that? Look at how cool that is, y'all. Oh, I love it. So I have this little cluster right here. I embossed the paper, and then it's a little booklet here. So you flip it open. Here's the window here too, and I love that sound. And then it's just a little mini little journal that you can kind of take on your own. So you got writing spaces on both sides. Some of the tissue paper that I got in one of my entries for the contest. Thank you. I'll be using it. And then just some silver foil on the pages. Some more of the tissue. So it's like a little booklet that you can make your own. And that's going to go in this little pocket here. I'm going to let this dry a little first. It's still drying, so I'm going to let that dry. And then that'll go in that pocket. I've got another flip here. Let's see. Got a little card here, just a little journal card with some silver on the back. And then this flips down, so you have more writing space there. Okay, another little tuck spot with the index card that we made. Still so much to do, y'all. Another belly band, so middle signature. So I think, I'm trying to see, I think that's pretty much all I've gotten done. You saw me make that. And you saw me make this foot down. Yes, that's about it. So we got to add so much more. Y'all saw me make these. So I put one in the back pocket and one in the front pocket so far. Okay, so today I was going to show you how I made these little tags with cheesecloth and just ribbon and pictures and such. Just a little journal tag. It's still drying, so I'm gonna get it flat. It's gonna dry. So here we go. I'll show you how I made these. So I'm gonna make 2 of these for the book as well, and then we'll move on to another project. So I had these little tag pieces. I just printed out on just regular cards, copy paper, so I'm gonna back it with some cardstock to make it, sturdier. But these are really pretty, and I thought they would go well. I got these in, gosh, one of my Facebook groups, I think. probably for Bible journaling, but I thought they would go well in the winter journal. So I am going to use that. So all I'm doing right now is I'm going to back it. So I'm going to take my glue. I'm going to sew it so it, you know, I can just glue it real quick. I'll do some sewing on it to hold it. Trying to get it even. Flatten it out. This way you'll have room to journal on the back as well. I always like having spaces to journal or put pictures or whatever. Like I like one side decorated and one side kind of plain, just so you can make it your own or do writing on it or whatever. Y'all, I have like glitter everywhere and glue everywhere. Just, oh. Okay. So the first thing I do is grab cheesecloth. This is just some cheap cheesecloth I had, but I thought it looked so pretty over. Look at that. Like that's really pretty by itself, but then when you put it over, it looks kind of like snowy. I don't know. Gives it that wintry feel, I guess, the snowy feel. So I liked it hanging off the tag, so I am going to cut it across the bottom and across the side here. Just get a general shape of it. And then all I did was just smear glue on here. And again, I'm gonna sew this, so I just put a little bit of glue just to kind of stick it down. And then I just bunched it up and stuck it down. That's where I got like all these little curves and bunches, and so it kind of looks like snowy, I don't know, like snowy hills, I guess. And it gives some dimension to the tag as well. A lot of it will be covered up with things that we're gonna put on it, but again, y'all know me, I like layers. So yeah, I just bunched it up like that and glued it. And then I just trimmed it a little bit so it's not so much hanging off the side. But I do like all of this kind of hanging off. See how this one looks? I like that. Okay, then I have these images too. I think this was Stamperia, maybe. I can't remember. But I had these little circles in one of my folders, and I like those. So okay, so before I go on to glue stuff on top, so I got the base of my journal card ready. I'm gonna go do a zigzag stitch. I don't know if you can see, I did it with white along the sides. You can barely see it, but on the back, oh, there goes my camera's trying to focus. On the back, you can see the zigzag stitch. So I'm gonna do that real quick, so I'll be right back. My sewing machine is off camera. One of these days I'll have to like get it on camera so y'all can watch me. But I'm gonna do quickly, hopefully, if it doesn't jam up on me, a zigzag stitch. It's been jamming up on me lately because I've been using a lot of different, and there we go. Let's see, come on. I think I did it with no jamming. Woohoo! Okay, we did it with no jamming. So I'm gonna cut off these little pieces here. I don't mind having little threads hanging off. I think that gives it some charm. So see, here's a zigzag stitch across the back. You can barely see it on the front, but if you look closely, you can see it. And that'll hold the cheesecloth as well. Okay, so that's your first layer. Oh, let's cut this long one out. And then what I did, so whatever image I had, I glued it, because this is just thin paper, so I wanted to give it some backing as well. So I just glued it to some white cardstock, and then I took my decal edge scissors and just kind of went around it. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just kind of squiggling it around. I'll tear that part off. Okay, so here is my image, and it's probably going to hang off as well, which again, I don't mind. I'm going to cut that little piece off. And this part's aggravating me a little, so I'm going to even that out. Oh, y'all know me. Okay, so then I grab my foil, and the first thing I do, you know, we gotta bling this up, y'all. So grab my glue stick, and I'm just gonna go around the edge. All the way around the edge. Grab my foil. And I'm gonna go around the edge. And then I'm gonna go back in little by little and get the areas that didn't really get a lot of foil. Getting foil everywhere but where I want it to go, y'all. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna spend the day crafting and adding some more things and tuck spots and little doodads in this journal. Look at y'all, I'll have to scrape all that off later. Okay, let's move all that. Whew, okay, so I love that winter flower, it's so pretty. Okay, so I have that, and then I had this, remember y'all, I had this ribbon, and I like this little these leaves right here, so I'm just gonna cut this part off and cut the wire off the ribbon here on the edges, because I don't need that. And I think I'm just gonna cut around these leaves because they're gonna peep out from that. See, look at that, isn't that pretty? It adds so much. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab my glue now. Now you just start gluing things. I'm just dabbing this on because this is gonna kind of see through, so the glue will come through. Rubbing the glue off there because I don't really need it there. I want that to come out a little bit more. Let's put some glue up here. Okay. Get that down. Okay, I also have this lace. So I'm just kind of imitating this one. So I have this lace. I'm gonna glue that down. I love the white on white. It just makes it so wintry, so pretty. I like kind of covering that a little. So I'm gonna Come on. Come on, glue. You can do it. Actually, I'm gonna do a little bit more. Smear it out a little bit more. Otherwise, it'll just probably hit all the holes on here, on the lace. Okay, I'm gonna grab my paper towel. Dab it down. This glue takes a little while. It's not as good as my 3-in-1 beacon glue. It takes a while to dry. Once it's dry, it's good, but it does take a little bit longer, so I have to kind of be careful with these and just let it sit for a little bit. Okay, then I also have these, and so we gotta add some bling. So I'm just gonna cut a strip of these off. Man, you get a roll of this, it'll last forever. Forever. Especially if you're only using like a strand at a time. And this one, I think this one I put a couple of layers. This one I'm only gonna put one. Whoop. This is a smaller tag than this one, so I don't have as much room. Okay, and then let's see. I have one of these flowers, so let's cut this out real quick. So I'm gonna just kind of fussy cut it out, but with the border around it. It's another one of the same flowers that's in the picture, so I thought that would be, maybe, maybe not. Let's see. There's also these little snowflakes. Let's see what one of these will look like. I could put some stickles, glitter on here. This might look pretty. Since this is a smaller, let's maybe do 1 or 2. There's another one, let's see. There's a blue one. Where'd it go? It flew across oh my gosh. Y'all should see my desk. It is just horrendous. It's horrendous. I have so much for this winter journal. There's no way I'm going to be able to get it all in here again. I do that all the time. I have so many things I want to do and so many, I don't know, supplies, I guess. And there's just no way I could ever get it all in one. So just means I'll have to do another one maybe next year or something, next winter. Let's see, do we want... maybe one there and one there. Yeah, we'll just do that. And I'll put some stickles on there. Okay, where am I? We'll save this flower for something else later. Okay, so where'd my stickles go? Okay, so I've got my little diamond stickles. And let's put, come on. Here it goes. Do we want to put little baby dots on the edges? You'll just be able to see the little glimmer, the little glitter and shine when it hits the light. That one's under there. Okay, so that's got to dry. You got to be careful you don't touch those until they're dry. But let me show y'all. Wrong lid. I'll bring it up close so you can see. So see the stickles right there? It'll dry and it'll be real glittery, like a little glitter dot on there. And I love this. That silver. Ooh, so pretty. Okay, and then the last thing is we gotta put a topper on. And I have my, let's see, do we want more pink or more blue? I don't think it matters, they're both the same kind of. This is the ribbon that we made. And so I am just going to make a little bow. And then just fiddle with it. Figure out how big of a bow I want. Come on. Ah, there we go. Y'all know me and all this like teeny tiny work. I have issues. Always issues. I find it comedic sometimes. I'm just like, really? Really? And then I play with it for about 10 minutes before I usually go back to the very first bow I had. I'm like, I should have just left it the way it was, because I just fiddle, fiddle, fiddle. And then I go back and I'm just like, oh, I should have just left it. I like it kind of flat too, so it'll glue pretty well. I like having these little long tails, but this one is a little too long, so I'm just gonna cut that off. Okay, so I'm gonna just glue that instead of sewing it. I could sew it, but I'm gonna put a bunch of glue here and it'll hold it pretty well. I'm gonna get that all, this part all glued. Let me grab. And then these will be free to just kind of hang, and these will be free. I just want to make sure this part's really glued down. And there we have it, y'all. As easy as that. They're so pretty. So, it does remind me of winter. Ooh, no! I just stuck my finger in the stickle. Yes, I gotta be careful. Okay, where's my stickle? I'm gonna add that again. I just squashed the little dot. I gotta remember I have those. Okay, so I gotta be careful. I gotta set this aside for maybe about an hour or so. I don't know if it takes that long to dry, but I'm gonna let it just dry for a while. Okay, so here's the first one I did. It's a little bit bigger than this one. And here's the second one I did. Look how pretty those are. Super, super easy, y'all. And you got room to write on both sides. But super easy, really pretty. I just love the look I get. All the silver and I don't know, the cheesecloth I think adds so much, and it's just so easy. You just glue it on, and I love how it like hangs out. So that makes it to me look like snowy hills. So anyways, there are a couple more tags. I'm gonna let these dry. I'm gonna work on a few other things, and I'll take you along on I don't know what we'll be making next, but I'll take you along on the ride. So thank you all so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.